So I saw this video of this girl. She was kind of having a bit of a breakdown.
Breakdown.
Nah. Can I just appreciate? This gets even funnier if you imagine this reaction like a friend comes to you, is like, I'm having a breakdown. Like, oh, nigga, let's break down too. People are like, Preach is so grounded in reality and logic. Breakdown. Preach is the rational one between the two. Yo, you know what I realized? You can't take us anywhere. People get mad at us all the time, like, why are these guys making gay jokes at inappropriate times? I'm like, you see, we can't stop, and we won't stop. Diddy out, we out too. I haven't even got to the top. We spent a minute talking about how stupid you be. I preach reels in Iowa. I'm like, no, sometimes I reel this nigga in. The difference is, I think when you do your shit, you're much more lovable about it.
Yes.
Yeah, me is just too.
We call me the marketing king.
Fair. I'll give it to you. The one thing I will never deny, Preach is way more likable than I am. People are like, I was arrogant. I was like, no, I'm very honest about myself and all my problems. If you guys think I think my shit don't stink, you are bugging.
He just don't care. Oh man,
you know it's not that I don't care.
Nah, you don't sometimes. No,
it's not like I don't care. No, hold on.
That was what.
Let me say it's not that I don't care. It's that sometimes you just get to a certain point, you accept yourself.
The thing that happened is that you made me realize that sometimes autistic people are right.
Oh, wait, why am I accepting that I'm autistic? What happened there? What was that? What was that?
40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't even tried. Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, it's been 40 years of this, and it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing, and figuring things out slower, and not I haven't built anything. I have nothing to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and I don't.
So that's the clip. And Preach as our resident old nigga in his 40s. What are your thoughts?
Same, bitch. Same.
Yo, editor, don't cut that out. He's a piece of shit.
Same. No, same. It's like you think you're alone. It's a lot of us like that. I was a kid. I thought that being adult, everybody knew what they were doing. Nobody knows what they were, just winging it. Most of us, well, I think I have the impression. Thing is that that's midlife crisis or midlife realization. I don't know how you call it, but yeah, at some point you're gonna be like, yo.
Midlife crisis?
But it's because of the time frame. At 40, they say that it's a big step, and then there's something that happens like that. You have some realizations. I had that earlier on, but yes.
You feel like you're in the same boat as her?
No, but I understand that, and I've been in the same boat as her.
Okay.
I can understand where that's from. I'm not there anymore, but there's a point in life that you're like, yo, what am I? Why? What's this existence? What's all this? Why am I doing all this? Why? Hey, it's stuff, bro.
Yeah.
They said that a wonderful thing about being lost is that you was going somewhere, but can I find my way back? It's like, okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for the kind words, but can I just go back to the le sentier? Can I go back on the path? It's really alarming to be in that situation whenever you don't know where you at. So, I can understand that you have that feeling. And as much as I would like to tell you, oh yeah, don't worry, it's gonna be better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just have to do the best that you can. And that's pretty much what we're doing. And it sounds super lame as an excuse or an answer, but you gotta do the best that you can and understand what you got. What do you have right now? You can focus on what you got, what you know. You got your health? Shit, okay, we got that. then we can try to proceed to move on to what we could do and what we love and understanding ourselves or knowing ourselves or understanding that we do not know ourselves. You don't know what you like, you don't know what you love, you don't know what your opinions are, you don't know, then we start to work on that. So the first thing is to focus on what you got, and then after that is to, okay, who am I? Accept the girls, them sugar, you know what I mean? Then you can proceed into what you want to do. But yeah, I even at 40, like the age thing, they put a lot of pressure on us as a kid. I'm not talking about being 40 and being a kid. No, I'm just talking about being a kid. You supposed to know. You put a lot of pressure. Like if it's a race, I'm here comparing myself to my peers at school because that's what they do when they do the grades, which I don't think is a bad thing. But they put a lot of pressure. There's some bad things about it where you put yourself a lot of pressure. Some people are gonna know what they're gonna do with their lives. Some people are gonna take time. They're gonna need to discover life. They're gonna be able to and by discovering life, I mean discovering themselves. You have to discover within, and then after that, go outward and know who you are as a person. It takes time. It takes time and it takes experience.
I think people might hear her words and hear her say stuff like, "I don't know how to do anything. I don't know. Everything is a failure." And people might be like, "Well, maybe that's your problem." And in my experience, when people are not feeling good about where they're at in life, they downplay everything they do, even the stuff they do well. So she could be a phenomenal artist who's had great skills, and she may have had some amazing jobs, but when you feel like a failure, someone telling you, well, you're in good shape, doesn't help. Someone telling you have good health doesn't help, because it's like, I'm nowhere near where I think I'm supposed to be at this point in my life. I don't want to hear all this positive shit, because I think it's all shit. It doesn't mean it's true. She might be a great friend to a lot of people. She might be a great partner. She might be doing it, but they're not going to see that. And we've all had friends. We've sometimes even been that person where you try to tell them positive things when they're going through it and they just get more annoyed with you because they're just not hearing it. So I don't really take too much importance on when she says these parts, mostly just because when you're going through a breakdown, nothing makes sense. You're going to say stuff. You're going to amplify negative emotions. You're going to just say all that shit to make it much worse. Afterwards, after you've had the breakdown, you've had time to sit, then you can do the analyze. You can look at how you got to this point, what you didn't do, some of the choices that may have led you down there. But, this to me is very different than relationships specifically, because I think this is how our generation is so drastically different than our parents' generation. Like, our parents' generation, like, they go through their shit, but a lot of milestones for adults is very accessible to them if they just show up consistently. Like, you always hear the stuff about our parents, like, I just fucking worked as a janitor for 10, 20 years, and I had a mortgage and a down payment, and I paid off my house, right? Like, my mom tells me, like, she paid $200K for her home, 25 years ago. That same house is worth, like, 4 times that now. It's such a different life. We're here. If you want to work as a janitor for 20 years, it's going to take you another 40 to own the house that you probably want to even look at, right? So it's a different economic situation. So a lot of the basic markers for how we feel like we've reached adulthood and made it are much harder to attain. The relationships are harder to get. The houses are harder to get. The career that has upward mobility and stability long terms are harder to get. I'm not saying these things are impossible. I'm just saying they're more difficult. And there's a lot of people, due to the economic situation, are just never going to hit those markers, right? And so it's normal for them to feel like they get to this point, like, what the fuck am I? Like, I'm supposed to have it together, and it's not there for me. Doesn't mean that she doesn't have culpability. Doesn't mean that she may not be part of it. But we also have to be honest about the fact that the situation around us makes that some people are going to get priced out. Some people are not going to have access to some of those opportunities. And that's a real feeling. That's a real feeling. So when I listen to her break down, like, a lot of people feel this way. A lot. As we age, a lot of realities kind of set in. Your mortality sets in. You witness people die around you. You witness your body start to change, and all of a sudden things get more difficult. And it'd be the most random moments. Like, I know for me one time, it was just looking at a stack of envelopes, and I just wanted to quit. Because I'm like, I gotta open bills. Like, there's nothing good in these envelopes. I have to open these. But they just keep piling up, and they never stop. And I just looked at the pile of envelopes, and I just got sad and annoyed.
You're a kid, and you go to your parents, Mama, look, I got a pen pal. Oh, yeah? You know what my pen pal is? The government.
Yeah. It'd be moments like that. Yeah. It'd be moments like that. I think, like, I had witnessed this from my parents so often growing up for various reasons. And I've seen it in people around me. And unfortunately, I'm not in that situation myself. But it's not like I can't understand it. To me, this is just one of those economic realities. And I think that's also drives a lot of the despair that a lot of people feel in the world today. It's like, I was told at a young age, if I just do this, if I get my education, if I do that, I get to this point. And then they go through these steps and they're like, it's not there. Somebody pulled the rug out. It's like, I would feel devastated.
You play by the rules.
Yeah.
And then someone flipped the board on you.
Yeah.
I thought we were playing Monopoly.
Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah, here's some student debt. You can't go bankrupt on it because the government made the deal. Good luck, bitch. And it's like,
I flipped the Monopoly thing.
Yeah.
But you keep all the debt.
yeah.
And you go to jail. For real.
And look, some people are more savvy. Some people made some better decisions and they got ahead. And,
Yeah.
they're going to look at this like, make better decisions. That's fair. But I also think we can all agree that we shouldn't live in a society where it's like, if you didn't choose the right pathway here or the right pathway there, then you're destitute. Because that's just not a good society to have, in my opinion. Leaving more and more people behind because they didn't make the best choices in life makes a more unstable and chaotic environment. It makes us more polarized and more separated from each other. There's no benefit, I don't think, to live in a world where, we leave more and more people to the wolves just because they don't make, like, society should be about, to some degree, not completely, because personal accountability has to come into it to some degree, but society works best, I think, when we take care of those that we can, and, I talked about this before in a previous vid, but it's like, I think that's part of my civic responsibility in terms of like that person who pays way more taxes than the average person. Like if that can lead to certain programs where more and more people are helped, then I'm all for it. Obviously, I'm not trying to send that shit to go bomb some in some Middle Eastern country or some shit. But you kind of get what I'm trying to go with this. So yeah, I hate the fact that we are where we are. I hate the fact that it feels like it's only getting worse when you're seeing the housing market and a lot of stuff. And I hope that there is going to be a change in that regards. But maybe being that hopeful is unrealistic. But yeah, I feel for her for sure.
You have the right to have your breakdown.
For sure.
Like what you're doing right now, yeah, do it. That's not the time where I'm going to talk to you and be like, oh, you should do this and that. No.
Fair.
Have your breakdown. That's not the time. Do your thing. Yeah, but you're still good at... I'm not going to agree with you. Yeah, bitch, you don't work. Nothing. That's crazy. But I'm going to let you have your breakdown. I'm going to be like, yeah, cry it out.
You're not going to tell her, hey, you look stupid crying on camera? Because you always be saying that to people.
Yes. I'm going to say that later on. And eventually when you're going to calm down and be like, all right, cool, you're going to be ready. Because right now she's not in a place to listen. There's no point listening. When you see your friends like that and they're just, shut the fuck up. It's not the time to find solutions.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I agree.
Let it out.
You know what's funny? What she's having right now, I've heard people have at 21. I've heard people have at 25. People just have this general insecurity about their future. I think for me personally, I just had a hard time doing that because I was somebody who never thought I'd have a future to begin with. So when I went into life, people were like, well, where do you see yourself for 1 year? I'm like, bro, I don't know where I'm going to be in 1 month. Okay. That's how I literally always approach things. And so it's good in the sense that I never had that kind of sense of dread, even when I was at my poorest. But it's bad in the sense that it's very hard for me to plan things long term with folks because I never had that ability to really believe I'd be anywhere doing anything for that long. But I heard it from everyone around me. And people would see me sometimes and they're like, yeah, I know you're struggling. I was like, yeah. They're like, so how are you not stressed? I'm like, listen, and this is probably my upbringing, but having lived in Africa and just seen nothing, I'm like, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, but it's just, I'm okay with even just being here because I have a context of what even less and nothing looks like. To me, this is already a marker for success to some degree, but that was just what worked for me. That's not something I could expect everyone else to have.
Yeah, that worked for me too. That's the thing that I say the most in interviews. Whenever the interview is like, yo, so what do you think, man? I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here. A bunch of people in my life told me I was not about to amount to nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just glad to be on the ride and chill, you know what I mean? But to go back to her, I think it's necessary to have those moments. Realization. Maybe you're gonna be able to shift it. Maybe you're gonna be able to see, okay, you know what, I need to discover me. And ask yourself those questions. So
all right, well, that's it for today's video. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. We want to hear from you.